double back for my roses, a back for my rose. I'm Gucci down, I'm Swayze. I'm too rich now, he paid me. Leveled up from a bed on the pavement. I'm so thankful now, I got angels and I'm Gucci down, I'm Swayze. I'm too rich now, he paid me. I leveled up from a bed on the pavement. I'm so thankful now, I got angels and I'm much better. So much better than yesterday. Better, I'm so much better than yesterday.
Feel the freshness.
1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment.
It's not fair. You're unfair. Anyways, do you? I won't be here forever.
I'm so much better, so much better than yesterday. Better, I'm so much better than yesterday. Trading my jersey, ain't no more falling. Changed up my phone, can't answer when you call me. Life done got so much better since I started. Making up for all this precious time I lost. When the last time you floated? When the last time you took a stand by your truth when you told it? Something strong in the clothing. Living love's feeling chosen. Total part of my bank, I'ma hold it. Champagne for the king, so hold it. I'm in the cell, double back for my roses, a back for my rose. I'm Gucci down, I'm Swayze. I'm too rich now, he paid me. Leveled up from a bed on the pavement. I'm so thankful now, I got angels and I'm Gucci down, I'm Swayze. I'm too rich now, he paid me. I leveled up from a bed on the pavement. I'm so thankful now, I got angels and I'm much better. So much better than yesterday. Better, I'm so much better
Feel the freshness.
ain't no more falling. Changed up my phone, can't answer when you call me. Life done got so much since I started. Can't get up for all this precious time I lost.
Amazing. Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing on this amazing Wednesday morning? 10 minutes or 10 on the dot, literally 10 seconds to 10 a.m. It is the top of the hour. How are we feeling this morning? Welcome to the Vibe Show in collaboration with the Brain Campaign, of course, bringing in a new show for the next 2 months, 8 weeks, man. You're going to be hearing from these faces every Wednesday. But how we feeling? How we doing? They call me SHU the Money Plan. For those who are catching us for the first time on radio, on TV, on YouTube, on app, manze, good morning. They call me SHU the Money Plan. I'm your captain every Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to the midday. And of course, we're just starting a new show. This is going to be a show on mental health. And of course, it's a campaign that is gonna run for the next 8 weeks. And of course, I'm joined by Young Hazer. He's gonna tell us what they're all about, their company, what they do, and all that on this amazing day. But welcome, beautiful people. Let me know where you are tuned in from and keep it locked. Now, I started the show with the better. We're also going to talk about that. But Karibu Young Ace, how you doing?
I'm good. Well, today I'm operating in a new capacity.
Yeah.
You can call me Michael Moeba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
Mr. Moeba.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Mental health advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Brother.
Uh-huh.
Student of life.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
amazing.
And a newly minted radio host.
Oh, literally.
Yeah, man.
Literally. But how you feeling? How has your month been? This is the last day of
It's
the
over.
month.
Actually.
It's over. It's the first day.
Men's mental health
Yeah,
month
oh
is over.
my
By the way,
God.
happy close of men's mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything. To everybody who celebrated us and everything, man.
Yeah.
Your support was definitely felt.
Were you celebrated?
Yeah, it's definitely celebrated, man.
Amazing.
I felt like I've definitely been I've been bombarded. I think I've been overwhelmed. I've been engulfed by the amount of love that has been shown to me.
Amazing.
You know, man. I can't help but be grateful.
Amazing. Now, how do you call this show? Do you call it the mental health show?
No, it's called the Brain Campaign.
The Brain Campaign is the company,
Yeah,
right?
but it is a brain campaign.
All
so
right.
like that's the name of that's our agenda.
Okay.
That's our mission. That's our engine. That's our driving force.
Okay.
Yeah, that's everything.
Amazing. Tell me
Brain
about
campaign.
it.
So the Brain Campaign was essentially started as a program to create awareness
Okay.
for mental health, using the tools of community activism, of course arts and culture, and information dissemination systems. To bring awareness to mental health and to create safer spaces for the discussion of mental health, and to create community impact by improving the general well-being within the society.
Well, how did that come along?
Well, the three of us. So the Brain Campaign was started by three lifelong friends. So I've known these guys to make a real and lasting change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it's an opportunity for us also to I think express to society that we've changed. You know, to express the change that to express our own internal change in the work that we've been doing, and actually bring it to fruition. Yeah, I mean, actually, like, how do I put it? To bring it to fruition, like to bring something to reality, something that's deep inside of us, to actually see something, birth something that's real.
Amazing. How long has it been active?
The Brain Campaign has existed, first of all, as an idea.
Okay.
So it started off as an idea to do a showcase, like a youth showcase. So we kind of wanted to start by to highlight the need for like social halls. You know, so like with the rapid spread of like urbanization, we kind of realized that there's very few spaces for people to play. Okay, children, and then there's also like rising unemployment. So we noticed that adults don't have like positive outlets. So a lot of like young adults, you know, teenagers and stuff, they hang out at local pubs and stuff. They'll hang out like on the corners and stuff, and they're always like up to something that's kind of antisocial behaviors, as it were. So chilling out in social groups and partaking in drugs and things of that nature. So we kind of wanted to show them, and there's cooler ways to spend your time. So like instead of like going outside, like because most people like I'm not going against the Jabba culture or anything, or anybody's drug use, or I mean not drug use, but like recreational activities. But like the culture around Java, especially, the first thing we think about is getting a drink. So we kind of wanted to show communities, especially disadvantaged communities, because there's a lot of hopelessness
Yeah.
that's around that. It's not people's fault, man. Like people just don't have jobs
Yeah.
or positive outlets for their urges. So they're constantly caught up there. So we kind of wanted to provide a bit of hope by showing them, hey man, like look at like your local social hall, because there's social halls all over
Yeah.
in the East. I don't know what the case is like where you're from, but like there's social halls, and those social halls are rarely used. They're used for like meetings and stuff, or like when a politician wants to talk to the community.
Yeah.
But like social halls can be a tool. Painting as a creative outlet. So painting is not just for artists and graffiti guys. You can also just pick up painting
Yeah.
to express yourself. Wanted to do like creative writing. We also wanted to introduce like a bit of commerce. So like kind of screen printing.
Yeah.
We wanted to have guys do screen printing workshops, and then we'd have a bit of a musical showcase. And then after that, after the musical showcase, then we'd have a bit of speeches from like community leaders and like people who we feel like chosen speakers
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah, man. So that was like phase 2. And then the third phase, now we got into a lot of the planning, which was like we were thinking about like, okay, because you like, especially like as a young person, you're going to encounter the same kinds of problems. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a great idea, and then you're gonna lay down the planning, and then you're gonna realize everything runs on money. Yeah, man. So the next part of it was kind of like figuring out how to fundraise. So we were like, should we do like charity events, galas? Like, should we hold galas for rich people? Like stack up, like rich people, and like put it in a really stuck up space, like an art gallery, really posh, and like serve them all this food and stuff. Yeah, man. So eventually, like of course through like all the twists and turns of it, like it evolved into this. So we decided first of all to begin with creating awareness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Actually talking, telling you guys what it is we are about as a brain campaign.
Okay, amazing. Tell me, what does mental health mean to you?
Wow. Okay, so
or what is mental health? Because like, of course,
Yeah.
brain campaign, from what I hear,
Yeah.
is about mental health, mental
Yeah.
awareness in
Yeah.
the society, and of course everything around mental health. As an advocate of mental health,
Yeah.
what does mental health mean to you?
Okay, for me personally, I feel like mental health is a way of life, especially for now. Like mental health is a state of being. So it is an arrival at a balanced state of being that is like conducive to your growth and the achievement of your potential. Yeah, man. So working towards it. So it's mental health, because it's I feel like mental health is an ongoing process. I don't feel like you're ever fully there, and that's something you have to understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that I've battled with for a long time, because like with a lot of like things that happen in mental health, you think that okay, so one day I'm gonna get better and I won't need to do all this work, but this stuff is lifelong. So that I think that's the first step you've got to take, is to accept that this is something that I'm going to have to do for the rest of my life, and make peace with that fact, and then now work actively towards it. Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Mental health.
Yeah, mental health.
What does I definitely do agree with you.
Yeah.
Of course, I feel like
of course there's the textbook definition and stuff. So
I'm not even thinking about it from that space.
Yeah, sure.
I'm actually agreeing with the fact that it is like it continues. It
Yeah.
never stops, because you become a different person every day. You can evolve to be better or worse every day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
and there's a trait in you that you have never actually even known you had.
Yeah.
But when it is when something like something happens to you, you can realize, oh my God, I'm this kind of person.
Yeah.
But mental health is how you handle it.
Yeah, how you
know,
handle
how
it.
you behave.
Yeah.
What's your
state? What's the state of it?
your mind
right now, in this moment?
Yeah.
Because like there's somebody who's Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
I think everybody, like if you're a millennial, you probably know who Jordan Peterson is.
Yeah.
But he speaks on like if you can't, like it's about working towards vision and stuff. He speaks on something about working towards vision.
Yeah.
So he speaks about so if you can't see a vision in 10 years, then do it in 5 years.
Yeah.
If you can't do it,
Yeah.
and if you can't see it out minute by minute, see it second by second.
Yeah.
So every moment. So you see how it's simple. It's simple and it's simple and complex. You know what I'm saying? It's about taking those steps every single day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like there's no perfect way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something that we don't understand. Like sometimes I personally don't. As a person who's embedded in the culture that we're in, that's hip hop culture. So Michael Moiba is also a rapper. He goes by the name of Young Hayes, rapper, singer, songwriter. So the thing is, it's I believe that the battle for mental health is like, I mean, mental health occupies 3 realms. So mind, body, and spirit. And a balanced individual, I feel, has kind of found a way to connect the 3. Only finding alignment. It's about finding alignment on those realms. Yeah, and at the same time, I kind of I think we're going to be addressing and undressing the culture around mental health. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a learning curve. So like I'd like people to like, or if you just have something to share that could contribute to the conversation, because I do believe that platforms like this also should be used to open thought. You know what I'm saying? We can't just have one perspective, because we live in a community. We're in community, so like it can't be just one perspective. My perspective is gonna get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not as wide as it should be. So like I feel like new voices, new perspectives, and then let's bring it under an umbrella of expertise, because that's definitely also something that's missing from the conversation. Because it's important for you to be qualified at what it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the science, kind of the science of people. Yeah. So so basically, it's gonna be we're gonna be talking, we're gonna be tackling topics, and then we're gonna be having live call-in so you guys can voice your opinion, and then we'll bring in an expert to kind of offer their expertise on the topics that we're discussing. But for today, like, it's just hi, this is me, Hayes, Shmani. But I'd like to give a special thank you to Black Hot Fire Network and the Vibez Show for hosting us, man. Yeah, man, I had some lovely tea.
Welcome.
Yeah, man, you guys are awesome.
welcome all day, every day. It's men's mental health.
Yeah, men's mental
So we
health.
have to take care of the men. Literally.
Yeah, the way to a man's heart, man.
Is food.
It is his twist, though.
It's
Yeah,
coffee, guys.
Yeah.
It works all the time.
All the time.
Literally.
I love
Now,
this thing.
I want us to like have a little convo.
Yeah.
Because of mental health.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you told me you had like something you want to share
Yeah.
with us today, something special you'd like to share before we go into like, you know, the stigma in mental health and all that. Yeah, and of course, shout out to Mr. Shukid in the building.
Oh.
We have Trix Alvin 672 is saying big shout out to my G Young Hazel.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a strong voice for mental health advocacy through the Brain Campaign. Together we are creating awareness and inspiring hope and changing lives every day. Shout out to Trix, and of course we have Shukid Who was complaining? I can't hear no audio. Shukid, can you hear the audio? And I said you can hear it loud and clear. Shout out to you, Mr. Shukid, in the building. And everybody joining us, all the silent listeners. It's men's mental health, man.
Yeah,
and of course, it's also mental health conversation. So be open to, of course, shout out to the Brain Campaign for collaborating with us today. Be open to conversation. Be open to texting us on the comment section. Where are you? You know, people always never ask this stuff, like, how are you? You know, and people are used to saying, I'm good.
Yeah.
Hata kama mtu yuko poa,
Yeah.
niko fiti. Niko
Yeah.
fiti. But on the real, can you just sit down and ask somebody, how
Yeah.
are you for real?
How
For real?
are you for
Are
real?
you really ready for that conversation? Unajua?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Now, we'll be having guest speakers, of course, and this show is going to run every Wednesday from 10 to 11, or rather from 9 to 10. We'll have to discuss well with the Brain Campaign team, and of course, we'll be having expertise, and all our guests can actually comment, let us know, call in, type, and all that. Now, how are you, honestly, to our listeners? Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
How
Man.
are you for real, for real?
For real, I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah, man. Got my little routine locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's that part.
That's about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Ask me, how am I?
Oh, how are you, Shmani?
I'm hungry.
Hey.
Is that a mental health state?
Yes, it's a basic need, ain't it?
No, it is.
Yeah,
I definitely think
like,
it's a mental
yeah, it's gonna
health
set
state.
you on edge. Like,
Yeah.
you be getting angry.
Like,
when
you
you're
know.
hungry.
Yeah, because like I feel like that's a mental, because like you told
Yeah.
us, mentally where you at now.
Yeah.
You know, so if you ask me how am I, I'm angry. How are
Yeah.
you? I'm tired.
Yeah.
Can we normalize saying the truth? Because like I
Yeah.
feel like we always say I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, and that has become an answer. And it's not what you're feeling at the moment. If mental health is basically how you're feeling
How you're
now.
feeling now. What? That's a crazy concept. And like that's exactly what I was trying to tackle today, because
Yeah.
mental health and culture. Because culture kind of does play a huge part the mental health conversation, because looking at it like you say you're okay because that's the polite thing
Exactly,
to say.
yeah.
You know
But that's
I'm
what
saying?
people say.
Yeah, that's what people say. So like culture has such a huge impact, because first of all, you know, culture shapes your world view, first of all. So like the societal norms, the norms of the society that you live in, they affect mental health, because you want to operate like, as in there's certain regulate codes for specific behavior within a society. Men don't cry, women are irrational.
Yeah.
So like women are crazy.
Wow, okay.
And things of that nature.
Yeah.
So like it or not, like you're operating within like a social construct.
Okay.
Yeah, just to begin with. So like your worldview is very much shaped, and that affects how you relate to the world, and like especially so with regards to your worldview, depending on like the environment that you're in, like imagine like if you come from a disadvantaged neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, you learn to kind of demand less from the world within especially the mental health landscape.
Yeah.
There's such especially the mental health landscape.
Yeah.
There's such a thing as oversharing.
Yeah.
So you can overshare like to the point, okay, it's okay sometimes to tell people that you're okay.
Yeah.
But also there's a realm where it gets like excessive, where it's like you're always now burdening other people with, you know, you're putting the job that you need to do internally on everyone else. You know what I'm saying? This is work that I need to be doing personally, but I'm kind of handing out, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving people jobs, okay, handle these aspects of my mental health. So there is something like that. And then you look at people in advantaged societies who want to live in a sort of an island. So like because I'm rich, or like I come from a place that's advantaged, I can handle everything by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm alone. I am everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? So both of those, so it's about kind of bridging the gap and finding like an interesting balance.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's worldview. I hope everybody got that. So like there's the worldview, and then we look at we're speaking about culture. Man, I'm sorry. I have my notes here. Yeah, just a little bit. So I had oh man, I can't find my notes.
It's okay. Just freestyle.
Yeah.
It's
So
okay.
anyway, so worldview. So we have a worldview, and then we have a few like as in I guess traumas
Yeah.
and your experiences, because if you look at the from the psychological from a psychological perspective, your mental health journey begins when you're a child, because essentially as a child you're a blank canvas,
Okay.
and then like the world now, like your experiences begin to kind of shape what your whole experience is, and now your journey is affected also by your environment and the people you're around. So if, for example, if a child is around a mentally unstable person who is not handling their situation well, like unstable adults or things of that nature, they contract
Yeah.
the mental health problems
Yeah.
from the unstable adult.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? It affects them.
I'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even just give an example.
Yeah.
Like the behaviors and traits that you have later in your life as an adult,
Yeah.
and you look at them,
Yeah.
it's because you grew up in those type of environment, or rather you were raised by those kind of people. For example, if you grew up in a family where there is violence, and it has to take like a lot, you have to put in a lot of work to change that, because most likely you'll find yourself, and I've had these conversations which are crazy with women, and unapata yeye kama apigwi kwa relationship or marriage, she doesn't feel okay. Like she wants, and they're like nipige, beat me, because they're used to that, and they think that is a form of somebody showing that they love you. Unajua, which is kind of crazy when you look at it. Like you're mentally ill, there is something wrong with you, and you need to identify that. But I don't want us to talk highly on that today, because trauma is on the second week.
So trauma,
Alright?
I'm just kind of like addressing it, and then there's also your worldview, your environment. So nature versus nurture, to some of those guys who are familiar with the work of Sigmund Freud. But like it's changed. The conversation has changed now. It's no longer like nature versus nurture, because it's a combination of things. And then so we have your worldview, and then you also like your personal. I think your genetics, because it's also a health thing. You know what I'm saying? So your genetics. So if you come from a line of people who have mental issues, you're gonna
really?
contract it down the line. And then I think finally we have the realm of like spirituality, because there is a real need for connection. You understand? So I'll start by saying that like I'm a Christian. So I'm a Christian man, and I look to God for a lot of like the answers to my life's problem. You know, like that's something that I stand by. I believe in the God program and things of that nature, and I feel like there's a real need for a connection to something higher. It's essential to like your well-being mentally. You know what I'm saying? You were created to have that kind of connection. If you don't have it, it affects how you move in the world, how you operate, how you react to things. You know what I'm saying? So there's a spiritual dimension to it, and also how you come out of things that you're battling it's very tied to spirituality. It's actually, I think it's a very essential component. You know what I'm saying? And with the spirituality as well, it's also tied to addressing things that are like ignorance also addressing ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a spiritual connection also offers you guidance. Okay, so you receive a lot of guidance on how to maneuver through the world. You know, deal with various challenges, and also you to what lie and what is it. Because we live in a world where there's fabrication. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with, especially with young people, we're dealing with a lot of like fabricated realities. You know what I'm saying? Like the situation that's presented before your eyes most of the time is not the reality that you live in. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's negative. So if you're looking at it from a realm of like as in my reality is super negative, you'll be surprised that maybe you're blessed, you know, beyond abundance. And then you look at like my reality is positive, like you're happy, you're riding high, you've got all this money. But the reality is that in here, it's you know what I'm saying, you're in a terrible position. And for someone who's ignorant of like psychology, who doesn't have a basic knowledge of psychology, you're doomed. A lot of things you'll attribute them to, oh, people hate me, or people, you know what I'm saying, like as in blame it on society or spiritual warfare, whatever it is. But so there's psychology, and then we have psychotherapy, which is now kind of now going to counseling. That's the second tier. So you go to counseling, you listen to people who are speaking, and or you deal with it in groups. There's this interesting thing that I've been exploring. Actually, Santa and Dave did an album on it. It's called Psychodrama. So psychodrama is about kind of it's a method that's used where you kind of act out. You simulate people, like your therapist puts you in a situation where you act out your situation, the emotional situation, and then so that it enables you to kind of detach from your situation. So you become like an outside actor. So like, okay, so they gave an example where they were talking about so example, a person who's battling alcoholism can portray a father who's trying to protect his family. You know what I'm saying? And then the psychotherapist has put certain situations and triggers to kind of move you into a realm of understanding. Man, I've been doing this. So you unwittingly don't understand, but you're like you're kind of self-diagnosing your own behaviors through acting. But that's only for the experts. Don't try it at home with your friend or whatever. Actually learn how to do psychodramas and stuff, because like it could also go bad, because you're helping people unpack things that are deeply rooted within themselves. And then finally there's psychiatry. So psychiatry now deals with like the medical practices and the medicine around mental disorders, because certain mental disorders are tuned to your brain chemistry. So you need to understand that. Okay, yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. That's me. That's textbook. That's textbook. But of course now the thing is, like here, like especially with us, Shmani and I, it's gonna be mostly about just conversations. You know, we're gonna be having real conversations about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think it's a cool time to like kind of segue into my personal story.
Okay.
I don't know, but
Yeah. I'm all ears. Tell me, I've been waiting for this one. Yeah, tell me about it.
So anyway,
Yeah.
So around 2020, around 2020, I kind of I've been drinking for a very long time. But I've been drinking since I was a teenager. Okay, I got into the game late, but like I've been drinking since I was in Form 2. I think I had my first drink in Form 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. So like 16. So like I've been drinking for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? For leisure or whatever purposes. But now around quarantine time, what happened was I kind of had I kind of like went overboard and like I guess turned it up a notch because I'd been experimenting a lot with like marijuana here and there. But now, like in 2020, I kind of decided like I'm gonna be a stoner. You know what I'm saying? And so now what happened was like it was a bit of a spiral because I was already a heavy drinker. I was a terrible drinker because you know like alcoholism, it's a slow degeneration, and especially like you degenerate and then at some point blackout. So you black out and you don't remember what happened last night. You're kind of deep. You're kind of sort of deep in. Like if you turn into a different person, you're an alcoholism. So you kind of need to kind of regulate yourself. This isn't a story about like quitting any of those things. It's about also responsibility, and like so you can't, like, you know what I'm saying. So like what happened was like I started drinking, and then mixing it with the marijuana, and then so my pops noticed it, like from a distance, cause okay he's a good father, you know what I'm saying. So he kind of noticed it, and he was like, man. My guy, and then also he's a textbook good guy. You know what I'm saying? My dad is like an awesome person. Okay, come on.
Wow. Okay.
My dad is a good guy.
Yeah.
So like what he did was, man, like cause he's not used to that kind of thing. Like, and also with the old guys, like I said, worldviews. So for him, like, hey man, if you're drinking, like if you drink a bit too much, or like you show up at home drunk, it's like, oh my god, man, my child is going, smoking weed, oh my god, it's crazy. So like he noticed something, he was like, man, you should go to rehab. And the rapper in me was like, I switched turned on, and I was like, Amy Winehouse. They want me to go to rehab.
Oh my God,
I said no. So I kind of ran away, and I sought refuge in my cousin's home. Like I went to live with my cousins. Their mom was working somewhere, so she was never at home. So it was an awesome environment to enable myself. Because like so I'm crashing on their couch and stuff. There's food. Everything's taken care of. So like I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm coasting. I wake up in the morning, meditative, spiritual stoner, wake and bake. You know that type of vibe. I'm going to smoke weed and stuff all the time. But the thing that, especially like with me, is like I'm not good at like kind of hiding my patterns. And like I started to turn antisocial really quick, man. So like I got dirtier than normal. I'm a messy guy. You know what I'm saying? My pops is like, hey man, like it's always like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm just a slob in general. But like now it got a bit worse. You know what I'm saying, with the experience. Now I started kind of dressing funny. I started dressing differently. Stuff that you think is cool. Like, so you pick up like old clothes. I got an obsession with like vintage clothes. It was a crazy phase, man, to say the least. So anyway, like my cousins at some point, man, those behaviors are antisocial, because now it gets to a place where like you're smoking in the compound, man. You know what I'm saying? And like my cousin, by the way, shout out to him. He's a recovering alcoholic. They're like, man, this is not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not a cool environment for me. So at some point, like we got into loggerheads. Nothing was said as much, but like, you know, long story short, I just couldn't live there anymore. So I left that place. I went back to my pops for a while. It's like, man, the offer for rehab is still open, because he's a serious dude. I was like, nah, man, I'ma just go on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, so I got on my backpack, decided I'm gonna be Kanye West for a while. So like I got on the road. I started couch surfing. I couch surfed with a bunch of my friends, man, for a long ass time, until it stopped like getting sustainable. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, now I'm couch surfing and everything is going good. I'm making a bit of money, but I'm not really making money, man. I was in my head. I was lying to myself. That's why I'm talking about positive, like reinforcement and things of that nature. So in my head, I thought I was a money maker because I'm a hawker. I was in Gong Road selling clothes. Like I'm elsewhere. Like As in, I'm elsewhere. I'm doing. I'm lying to people to send me money
Yeah.
from abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then I'm not delivering the goods. Like I just started living a crazy ass life. I crash at my friend's couch. I'm stealing clothes.
Yeah.
I'm stealing weird stuff like jars, empty jars, man,
What
empty
the-
bottles of booze. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this guy's a hobo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you don't understand, but people don't mess with that kind of behavior. And like my mental window, my self-awareness was broken at that point. So I didn't see it like everybody hates me. You know what I'm saying? I'm this elevated spiritual being in my head. You know what I'm saying? And everybody hates me. So I got into a lot of conflict because of that, the kleptomania, and also just my antisocial behaviors, man. You know what I'm saying? So like after a while, I was like, man, I need a job. I need to get my own house. So I decided to crash with a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, man. He was doing a bit of agriculture in central Kenya. So I decided to follow him out there, and like, man, he's a gracious host, man. This guy is like, he's a perfect guy, man. I'm still in touch with him right now, man. He's a great friend of mine. And this is a part of my story that I've never told anyone, by the way. Like, I've never spoken about it on a public platform or in the music for some weird reason. I don't know why. But anyway, so like I lived with him for a while, but like I'm working, but I'm also like a slack off because I'm stunning. Because like every hour I'm going out there to smoke weed. Maybe the weed out there wasn't that good, man. So I started smoking. Now I started smoking bush weed as well. So I'm smoking a lot of Reggie, and I'm smoking some weird ass shash. Some shash hybrid out there. So after a while, man, my behavior got now more antisocial, and like I think it got into like a weird state of paranoia. So I started to think that people were out to kill me. So like my friends, cause now they're trying to put a cage on my weed habit. They start giving me money, and then they're telling me like, nah, we're not going with you to work today and stuff, because they're kind of trying to contain me without telling me. But now me, I'm thinking they're plotting on sacrificing me.
Oh my God, okay.
I promise, man.
Yeah.
So like, hey man, I plotted my escape. I wrote my little escape plan and everything. I jetted out of there, man. Like one day, like I got an opportunity. I held some cash in my hands like this. I ran the hell away, man. On foot, man. I walked from, man.
Yeah.
Like, long story short, I walked and I was praying the whole time. Jesus, help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. In the middle of the night, I hitched a ride.
Yeah.
Or at some point, man, because I got tired. I ended up, I got off that tuk-tuk because I thought they were out to get me. I got in another tuk-tuk, got off that tuk-tuk, got in another
Were you high?
tuk-tuk. I was kind of high. I might have been high.
Yeah.
No, I was sober, so I was kind of withdrawing. But I was cranky from the weed.
Yeah.
But my brain is just not made for that kind of thing. So like, what happened was, like, I ended up. Long story short, I ended up at home with my pops and stuff, and everything is Gucci for a while. But like, you know how it is, man, with an addiction problem. I got back to weed, man, because I'm like, I can't deal with this mental stress. And after a while, because my pops is like, he's like, man, I can't handle this, man. But like, he doesn't know what to do. By God's grace, my cousins hit me up, and like, I left Nairobi. So I left Nairobi for a while. I went away, got away from all of my drinking buddies and everything, and I went there. And for the longest time, man, crazy, man, I'm a terrible house guest. I was a terrible house guest because I want to go downstairs, smoke a cigarette, and then come back home immediately to the house. Since people can tell you're smoking. You know what I'm saying? You think of cigarettes. I'm eating miraa. I'm chewing jabba out there. And then it's terrible jabba. It's jabba that I have to spit out, go talk to my auntie, come back, chew jabba again, man. I'm just doing stupid stuff, man. And I'm around a kid, and you're not noticing that you're kind of disrupting the family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. So what happened was, like, we went on like, as in, they lived with me, and I thank God for, big shout out to the Wawerus. But then, man, like, those people loved me back to normalcy and sanity. You know what I'm saying? Because like through the whole time, the mom was like, you know what I'm saying? She's one of those cool moms. She's like, man, I'm chill. Like,
Yeah.
you smoking?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like slowly by slowly, man, like I started to get out of myself. I went to Watamu to live with my grandpa for a while, and life was hard there, man. So I got a bit of a habit, but not too much now, because like getting away from Nairobi and the pressure to drink, and I don't have enough friends who are like out there
Yeah.
doing drugs, man. So like now I kind of don't. I'm not in the culture anymore.
Yeah.
I got out of the culture. But now I went to Watamu, and life was hard, man.
Yeah.
Like, cause we live in a place where you can't grow stuff
Yeah.
without like working your ass off. So what they do is it's a quarry. So that place is a quarry town.
Yeah.
So now it's rocks. Now you're lugging rocks and stuff. You're counting rocks. You're dealing with people with complex attitudes. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened is you know what I'm saying? Got to a place where I couldn't handle the pressure anymore.
Yeah.
So I ran away.
Yeah.
Again, I ran away, but like it was more also like actually I didn't run away this time. I just politely booked a studio session for myself and didn't come back. And I went back to Mombasa, and now like so it's such a luxury to be showering and stuff. So there's this new appreciation for what you have, which I think was needed. This is like, I don't know, so, like sometimes you gotta kind of analyze your life moving backwards.
Yeah.
But like, so I started living I started living better, started becoming like a bit of a better person. You know what I'm saying? Cleaner, take regular showers, man. I'd started running while I was out there in Watamu. I got into running. I got seriously into running. I was running in the heat, man.
Yeah.
Every day I used to run. I used to run in the afternoon when it's hot, man. And I used to run at night.
Yeah.
Every night. So like I got into running. I got into a lot of running. And I got out. Like I got into church. I got serious about church. I used to go to church in the morning and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and that's what made the difference, because there's something about for real, it's a moral act to wake up early in the morning. But if you wake up early in the morning, you resist a lot of temptations. You're able to kind of like happen to the day instead of the day happening to you. So I got out of the habit of like sleeping too long. I wake up at 5:30, you know what I'm saying, or whatever time I wake up. I go to church, come back and stuff. Then so in 2023 I came back to Nairobi, boom, back in the thick of it, got back into Jabba, man, soon as I landed in studio culture and stuff. But anyway, so, and then like around 2023, the end of 2023, man, like I just had an epiphany, and I was like, man, I can't do this no more. So I got sober, like I got my act together, I cleaned up. Did it personally, and I'm not advocating for you to do it personally because it's very messy, man. Yeah, get some help, man. If you got a problem or you even suspect, for me, I'm suggesting if you even suspect that you got a problem, get some help.
Did you know that you needed help?
No,
Okay.
I'm a very unaware person.
Yeah.
Even now, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's not my nature, because like you can't be a careless person, man. Like if I'm being honest, but it's tied to, there's a certain irresponsibility that it comes from. You
Because
know what
like
I'm saying?
most people say,
Yeah.
they don't like even when they get into depression or whatever,
Yeah.
they don't know they're depressed.
Mm.
Literally, they don't know. It's the people who are outside
Yeah.
who see it more than them. Because I've been in a situation that I've said this before. I used to live with this girl, raised and born together. Okay.
Yeah.
And we know each other so well, like our moms know each other,
Yeah.
primary, high school, we were almost in the same school, campus, we visit each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we lived together after
Super.
school.
Yeah.
And then I noticed a behavior in her. Akipata job, she stops. anaribu job. Like anaribu tu job. Like anapata job, anafanya 3 months, and then she's so lucky enough she gets another job. Anaka like another few months. He don't work. Na mimi niko hapa na hustle kazi, sipati. Lakini yake enda tu interview hivi, anarudi na job, unaelewa? And then now this other time it was so hard for her to go to work. And she just stopped going. She just didn't report. Because she was always in disciplinary cases. The job. I don't know. Jobs have disciplinary boards. Well, like companies, big companies. Big companies have disciplinary committees and boards. So like when you do something, you're given like 3 opportunities or whatever. And then the fourth one you're fired, or the third one you're fired, something like that. So I think alibaki na chance moja. She just didn't go. She stopped going to work. And then I remember like how I knew it was a problem, because everybody wanted to help her. Like anaingia job sana, anakuja kama melewa, ananuka pombe. Na unajua ni environment ufai ku nani like ufai tu kukunywa job, si kunywe home. Anapatikana na mudizeka hapo, ameweka tumbler, ameweka pombe ndani. Unajua? And then calls, when you're high, also the way you talk to clients, because it was like a customer care job. So she used to get herself in trouble so much. So this is where it comes, this is where it hits. She started smoking. Yes, we were smoking. At that time, was I smoking weed? I guess I was smoking weed. I used to smoke, drink. But it was not out of the ordinary. But sasa yeye ikafika point na shuka chini, because like where we used to live was dingy. Alright. And then now not dingy is different to different people. But for me, when you iko dingy, because like if you've lived in Eastlands, how it is unapata chini, like our environment, chini was a wines and spirit. Kando ni wase wa welding. Kidogo kuna church hapo mbele. Like it was just surrounded by everything. Like it's not a safe environment to live. Because unala sangapi. Kanisa si wanapigwa wame 4 p.m. wako practice every day. Right? Nini wanafungua? Watu wa welding 6 a.m. washanza wines imefunguliwa mpaka yani hakuna time like unajua. And then kuna so nimeshuka chini, demo wines ananiambia, because they used to know she's my sister. So they're like, hi, where's your sister? We haven't seen your sister. And I'm like, she's in the house. Why are you looking for her? Because mbona mtu wa wines analiza alichukua pombe hapa. Hapo nikaje umeanza hadi kuchukua pombe ya deni. That's how you know you're in a bad space. Unajua? So she smokes, and then she smokes cigarette back to back. And then you're like, no, this is not normal. There's no time she's sober. Anachukua madeni. Hata sasa nashangaa mbona hapo anashuka stairs. Mimi ananituma. Endea food. Mimi nadhani tu amechoka. Kumbe hataki kushuka chini, because ukishuka tu downstairs ni wines, lazima ulipe deni. Unajua, and stuff like that. So I saw that behavior, and then I also saw behavior of she woke up and never talked. Like she'd wake up and doesn't talk even for 3 days. And then I'm this type of person where I care so much. So at first I'd ask her, and then I realized she doesn't like to be asked. So I just let her be. Like other kids. And then the worst thing is she'd wake up, and then after waking up, maybe after 3 days of not talking to me, the 4th day she's like, hi babes, as if we've been okay. Right? And I'm like, that's crazy. So it became a pattern. Like ananiongelesha 3 days. Ananiongelesha 3 days. And ananiongelesha 3 days, and then aniongelesha 2 days or 1 week. Right? And then I just decided not to ask questions. I'm like, maybe it's just a pattern. And then one day we were in the midst of just getting high with her. Saa 8 usiku. Alikuwa anatokanga hata saa 8 kwa balcony, and then she smokes. Anakaa peke yake tu like 5 hours. Anamka 2 a.m. mpaka 5 amekaa tu. Hapana, siku moja akimedia ananiambia, unajua, yeye alinifunza the moon is a woman.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the moon is a
Literally.
woman.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if it is the sun or the moon. One
The
of
moon
them.
is a woman.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so because she studied environmental science, she's
Oh,
smart. Like she's really a
yeah.
smart person.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a woman.
Yeah.
See, that's a which star. She would show me, and I'm like, yeah, me made it too.
Yeah.
And then she just told me one day, babes,
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
Yeah.
And that was like, ameshafuzoga kazi mingi. Her life is wrecked. Ameacha job, tuko in the dungeons. Like it's we're in a bad space. And then nikamwambia, akaniambia, I like the fact that you don't give me pressure
Yeah.
of pressuring me to always speak.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized. Like,
safe spaces, man.
yeah, like sometimes they need that time.
Yeah.
Because like also if you're on their neck, and then I was just like, I was shocked because I never. This is now all these traits now came to. I'm like, oh, so I understand. That's why there's a pattern of her drinking, a pattern of her kuacha tu kazi bila kujali. Because I'm like, wewe ndio unatulisha kwa hii nyumba ukiacha job. Tunaanza mimi sina job.
Yeah.
But she's like, we're gonna be okay. I'm like, we're not gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Because if we have rent,
Yeah.
we'll hustle food. Unajua, but if we don't have shit.
Yeah, man.
Because like they always came to, the caretaker was always knocking, they were harassing us and stuff after a long time. So that's how I knew like people who are going through depression, some don't know even at first. You know, till they're deep into it, and sometimes it's important to actually get out as soon as you can. Because I feel like also when you're deep inside it so much, the process of healing is longer.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you can attest that the process of healing becomes longer than
like being outside.
like deeping. Like I feel like if you're deep into it, kutoka inakuwa like a longer process because you took the longer it takes, the longer you are, the longer it takes.
Yeah, the longer it takes.
Unajua, and sometimes I got to understand, oh, so this is it, so this is how depression is, oh, so this is how this person, oh, so this is, so I can definitely tell that this person is not okay and they need help. And most of the times, most people just see you and they say, he's not okay, she's not okay. They watch you from a distance. Only close people would come and
be like,
hey, you really do need help.
You need help.
You're losing. You're losing it, and if you don't actually realize, so that's where my question is, like, how do you know? When do you realize? Till you hit rock, how does it work? Or how, from somebody who has been through that space, and has fought that battle, when did you know that, hey, I need to? Was it a personal choice of uli reflect, you were forced into it? Because some people are forced into it and they get also worse. Because hata kupeleka watu rehab, they get out worse.
Yeah, it's like I'm serious, man. Like it was God, cause like I'll be honest, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what hit me about that particular, because it came from, the thing that happened was it came from a conversation with my dad. I had an argument with my pops, and he was like, yo, man, like, do you know that you're a crazy person? Like, you're fighting me and I'm the only person that can save you. And like, that is what hit me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of hurt my pride. I was like, oh, for real, man. Like, as in, I've been fighting the only person who can help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's revelation. And I believe, I personally believe, and man, I'm sorry, I know it sounds like Christian and stuff, so hyper Christian, but it's the truth. Like, it's revelation. It happens, okay? Like, these type of things will get revealed. You'll have your eureka moment. You know what I'm saying? But it's also very important to be proactive about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, get serious about like seeking help if you've got a problem. You know what I'm saying? There's like and my guy TD Jakes, he always says this. My guy TD Jakes, he always says this, but like, there's God problems and then there's man problems. You understand? So, and the two can never mix. You understand? Like, when you got a God problem, you gotta deal with it like God would. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a man problem, you gotta deal with it as a man. You know what I'm saying? It's two things. You understand? Because you are an autonomous being. You're sentient. You have a mind. Use your mind. Because like certain things, like I keep telling you, like as in, like sometimes it's when you have a drug habit, you lose respect for time. And like the first thing that they teach you in rehab is how to respect time. They put you on a schedule. That's the first thing they do. So like wake up, brush your teeth, do normal stuff, make your bed, and then at this time we need you here to do this, because they want to turn you into a respecter of time. You have to like gain a respect for time, you know what I'm saying? So like those types of things. But anyway, like as in what I'm saying is like there's definitely, and this is something I wanted to talk about, like there's definitely a need for safe spaces. You know what I'm saying? Safe spaces for these types of conversations to be had. Safe spaces, and also safe spaces are not just safe spaces like as in go inside some place and talk. Also a safe space is like nature. Okay, so like this mental health thing is big. It's urban planning as well, man. Why aren't we building trees around people? How can you have an estate? How can you have an estate where, like, how can you be in a place where it's just buildings all day? You know what I'm saying? There's no peace, just people all around you. That's not a place for a human being to live. So, like, safe spaces are also nature, because you need to see green. You know what I'm saying? That's why the logo for Brain Campaign is green as well. If you've seen it, Brain Campaign, bettering minds every day. But it's green. And green, it's not just about like the color, of course. Like some of you will think, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like, it's important to see green, to be in nature, go to the beach sometimes, you know what I'm saying, or do something in nature, because there's something about like connectedness. Be in the sun. You know what I'm saying? The sun is so important. Like you'll notice, like if you go to places like Britain, the mood is very gloomy because they rarely see the sun. You know what I'm saying? But there's something to be said about the sun and stuff. So the creation of safe spaces, like are the places you're living in conducive to your mental health? You know what I'm saying? And then also, like, man, the cliches are, your parents are kind of right, man. The kind of friends you walk with also. You've got to choose you've got to curate your social groups, man. You've got to be careful with how you work. But the last thing I'll tell you is this phenomenon that I got introduced to, and I'd like to shout out my brother again. He's a recovering alcoholic. It's an AA term. It's called a geographical cure. So a geographical cure happens where you think, okay, man, I don't like it where I live, so you know what? I'm gonna move elsewhere so that I can go and like deal with my problems. But the reality is you need to do internal work, because like even you going to another place, you're still going to transport those problems there and make that place bad. You know, you're still going to turn it into. So this mental health work, it happens on two levels. So of course we're going to handle safe spaces, but we're also going to handle like inner work. You know what I'm saying? And the experts are going to come in to teach us how to recognize the difference. You know what I'm saying? So basically what we'd like this show to be is a platform for you to come and address stuff, you know, whatever's eating you and stuff. This is a safe space, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a diva, you can hear your voice on radio, man. So tune in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, like come talk about some real stuff. We're also gonna be putting you on because like we're gonna make sure that we have like awesome guests over here. We're gonna have like great guests. We're gonna have really awesome guests here who are going to kind of like tell you like the dope places to go, the right things to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts here first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Home. It starts at home. I feel like, especially like being a person who's within the culture, a member of the culture, a musician and stuff, I feel personally obligated to do this, to make this my life's work, to create a platform for you to address something that's bugging us and be kind of fix society. Because it's not, you're not the problem. Like a lot of the times, it's what you're in. You know what I'm saying? What you've been, what's in you. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you build something deeply, when you've built yourself, when you've recovered, like it's going to be about. It's not what's on me, it's what's in me. You know what I'm saying? So going back a bit to geographical keywords, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be what's on you. It's going to be what's in you, not what's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're not telling you that you're going to fix all your problems, but we're gonna try our hardest to kind of give you the tools to like have a fighting chance. Yeah. So welcome to the Brain Campaign. Yeah.
Amazing.
Michael Marvel. Yeah.
Amazing. I definitely agree with you because I feel like mental health, mentally akili iko ndani.
Yeah.
Unajua?
Yeah.
Like for example, if you work out, I don't see in the gym, right? But when I see you, I can say, she works out or he works out.
Yeah.
Because I see it from outside.
Yeah.
So if you do the inner work,
Yeah.
it shows off naturally outwards.
Naturally.
Unajua? Like if you put in the work on the low, if you're a hard worker,
Yeah.
we'll see the fruits.
Yeah, we're gonna see the fruits.
Unajua si lazima kuje niambie unajua nimekuanga nikiamka 5 am. I'll just definitely tell this somebody who's serious about their job. Unajua? If you don't put in work, we can definitely see the cap.
Super cap.
Super cap. Because like it's not, that's what I mean. Like I'm not even trying to put somebody down. I'm just like it's about inner work. Literally. If I will see through your aura. I will see the way you talk to people. I'll be like, raised well.
Yeah.
Gentleman.
Yeah.
Diva. Unajua bougie. I'll see through, like, because that's the inner you.
Yeah.
Like somebody who has worked on their mental space, on their mental health.
Yeah.
And because I definitely would agree with you, Mr. Moeba. Mental health is a process. I don't think it ends. I think you work on it every day. Because you meet different people, different traits every day. And how you work around it and how you come out of it. That shows how your mental health is. So it's a process of learning every day. You learn about you. Probably there's a behavior you have right now that you definitely couldn't figure out you would have 2 years ago or a year ago or even 6 months ago. You're like, I couldn't see myself being in this space and overcoming it.
Yeah.
But look at me right now.
Yeah.
Is this really me? Oh my God, I've grown. You know, oh my God, I can't do this. You know, and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's an everyday work. You can't say I'm healed. I don't think you can say I'm mentally stable. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe we'll ask an expert to explain if there is a thing like I'm mentally stable and I'm okay and nobody can tell the shit. Because I'm like, no. You don't know about yourself in the next 6 months, so you can't talk about it. But today I want us to actually just talk about a little bit AIDS, under depression, and of course a little bit of stigmatization
Depression and stigma
around mental health. What would you understand by the term depression?
Depression. Wow. Okay.
It doesn't have to be like the book thing.
Yeah,
like,
but depression.
Normally,
I feel
who's
like
a depressed person?
depression is a law, like from the definition. Like it's about being at a low, like as in I'm about balance. So it's about it's a state of like it's an emotional. Depression is an emotional roller coaster. So like your feelings are up 1 minute extremely up even, and then they dip. You know what I'm saying? So like I think depression is a state of alternating between those two extremes, from like my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Because
Alright.
there has to be a high for there to be a low. So like there's gonna be a lot of highs and then like very deep lows. You know what I'm saying? They go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like unaddressed. Yeah, man, and I kind of feel like depression is a silent killer, isn't it? It's a silent killer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because life is a roller coaster. But like one sign that you're depressed could be you're unable to kind of get out of that rut. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if it's prolonged. You know, because there's sadness, there's moodiness. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain feeling. You know, sometimes because you're an emotional being at the end of the day. But if you're unable to get out for a long time, it could be a sign that you're depressed. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get out of a low, and your lows just keep getting lower and lower and worse, it could be a sign that you're depressed. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's very difficult to kind of seek help for that kind of thing. It's sometimes even expensive. Yeah, because there's like going back, so there's a stigma around it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's in some cultures, it's like unacheka nini, like mbono unashinda unacheka cheka.
Yeah.
Unaona? Okay, yeah, which is kind of also like, because like, okay, if you overdo it, you know, too much of anything, because also pia unacheka cheka nini for real. Like, why you always this upbeat person?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or why
what's
you
up?
always sad?
Why you sad?
Why you
always
sad all the time?
Why you always like mad and stuff? So like there's a real stigma though, because like okay, for men, it's like, man, like, so if you're feeling sad, man, just suck it up. You know what I'm saying? And like there's something to be said about like what women do. You know what I'm saying? I know women go through it the worst, man, because like the hormones and stuff, the way they're set up, the way they're built, like they deal with a lot of emotions. But women know how to get themselves out of depression. I feel like they have real coping mechanisms. Like girls who put on like, hey, I'll just decide today I'm gonna give myself a spa day. I'm gonna take good care of myself.
Doing makeup.
I'm gonna go link up with my friends. I'm gonna go out. Yeah,
Yeah.
then I'll go get a purse, some retail therapy
Yeah.
here and there. So those are healthy coping mechanisms. But what about guys? You know what I'm saying? Guys are behind in that equation, if you ask me, because like your only way out is, hey man, acha niende nikunywe, ama let me go knock down a few bodies. You know what I'm saying? Let me go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about every guy, because there's guys there who do sports. And like, as in, they know what
Hit
to
the
do.
gym.
Yeah, they
Talk
hit the
to
gym.
fellow men.
Yeah. So like, it's about coping mechanisms and building healthy coping mechanisms. And sometimes stigma kind of keeps you from those healthy coping mechanisms, because if you know, it's an emotional thing. It's also a spiritual thing. So because you want to lift up and lift others, because it's your human capacity, you want to lift. Yeah, it's your capacity, you always want to be up there spiritually. Some people resort to drinking, some people resort to, you know what I'm saying, psychoactive substance to kind of enhance their feeling and stuff, so that they can raise their spirit to a certain level. And then now because that's not a real thing that you're tying yourself to. It's not something to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of can't also, like, because it's essentially you're building an altar to yourself, if you think about it, because it's booze. I mean, it all of this is coming from inside you. You're drinking, and like, okay, you're raising, but it's just you. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of inflating. You're pumping up your ego, and then when it goes down again, you crash. So I feel like stigma kind of keeps us from those coping mechanisms because it forces us into those holes. Like I call them holes because I kind of feel like they're holes, like drinking or unnecessary relationships, or you know what I'm saying, those types of things. So like I said again, like it's a safe space here, man. It's an opportunity for you to be heard and also like find the help that you need, because to find communities. So like as you know, we're trying to help you also build community.
Okay.
Think of us as your little community.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to
Yeah.
the books.
Yeah, according to book. Yeah,
Or
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
So depression
Yeah.
is actually deep sadness and loss of joy. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It's actually not maybe highs and lows.
Oh, it's not highs and lows.
Like it's a medical condition
Yeah.
causing deep sadness
Yeah.
and loss of joy.
Yeah.
And of course it comes with stigmatization, which you've actually explained from a major perspective.
Yeah.
Where we have maybe 3 types of stigmatization. That is the public stigmatization, or the public stigma, which is a negative view or discrimination from other people. Example, thinking of a person who is depressed as weak. Unajua, like, so to do, unajua, kenye ulikuwa unasema. We also have the self-stigma, when a person with depression accepts those bad thoughts and feels shame.
Yeah.
Unajua, that is now the self-stigma. Why?
Yeah, self-stigma, why?
And then we have the structural stigma, rules or systems in society that disadvantage people with mental health issues. Unajua?
Yeah.
And I know those kind of exist in our society so much. And I definitely agree. Once you notice, cause like I don't think depression is permanent. Unaelewa? Like something can happen to you na inakupeleka in a low point.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm going to do? Yes, I'm just depressed for the moment. You
Yeah.
understand? Because like let's say maybe for example, I feel sad because something has happened. I feel like I can't even be happy at this moment. Unajua, there's nothing to be happy for. So let me just drown in my sadness. Let me just drown in my thoughts, or let me just never be like, what is the reason? And then you find yourself, hey, that's depression. Yeah, it can be for a moment. So it's how deep you get. The same thing I was saying. It's how deep you get into depression. That's how deep you have to work to get out. But also if you know how to like get out of it, and because I think, and maybe you can come for me because you're a mental health advocate, and I'm not saying mental health doesn't exist or mental disorders don't exist, but I always think about them as a state of mind or a mindset.
Okay.
I look at it from, I don't know, but it always works out for me. I'm a human being. I'm shmani, to be precise, and I've been in situations where that, but I always just see it like, and I might be a really bad person because I also hate sipendi watu wa akiwashe, and apparently akiwashe is stigmatization, because I'm like, alkwese mbona unalialia, mbona umejam, mbona tu. Now you know the if somebody is depressed, they don't need that type of environment. They need an environment where somebody gives them time to explore. So even the society is not also, and looking at me from a point of society, is not also so super safe for these people who are going through mental disorders such as depression, which is a mental disorder, you know. Because now I can't be in a space of, okay, let me listen to you. But again, if it is recurrent as a human being, which is not okay, by the way, it's a bad behavior, and apparently it's called you're stigmatizing
Really,
somebody.
but I kind of feel like
Because like it's public.
calling it stigma. Like I told you, it's about responsibility as well. Because like when something is bugging you, go to the relevant authority. If someone steals from you, you know to go to the cops. If you're sick, you know to go to hospital.
Yeah,
You
but
know
there are
what I'm
people
saying?
who, before they go there,
there's a level of self-awareness.
Exactly.
I think that
I
should,
agree.
because you should be aware of things like your temperament. Like I told you, basic psychology should be in school, because you should be aware of your temperament, man. You should be aware whether you're a person who is calm, like your temperament, your real temperament. Like you go get tested for your temperament, baby.
Oh, you study?
That melancholic, sanguine. Because there are people who are like just ruthlessly optimistic, man.
Yeah.
They are crazy, man. Big
Yeah.
up Kamlesh. You know what I'm saying? That's a leader. So those guys are pragmatic guys. They're leaders and things of that nature. So pragmatists, they just, hey man, let's go, even in the worst of it.
Yeah.
You know, I know somebody who told me like she'd be laughing if with the house is on fire.
Yeah.
With the right person.
Yeah.
So like things of that nature. So there's sanguine, and then there's melancholic people who are just calm and collected, and then we've got like you just even mellow, chill personalities. You can actually read up on your personality types in the middle of you scrolling through TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be putting things like that up for you. You know, personality tests, basic psychology as well, a little bit of information and tidbits that we feel are relevant. So like, please man, please, and I'm begging you, man, call in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can let us know. But anyway, I kind of feel like there's a responsibility. Yeah, you gotta be responsible for your own mental health. If I'm being totally like at the risk of sounding like politically incorrect, like you have to be responsible for your mental health, because no one's gonna take care of that for you. No one's coming to save you, bro.
Yeah. That is great. That's from a mental health advocate who is trying to tell us that this is a safe space.
Yeah. Like yeah, I'm just
I
sharing
agree.
my
I'm joking
yeah.
about it, because like it has to start from you.
Yeah.
If you want help.
Yeah.
Last year we had
Yeah.
what's the name of the company we had last year for mental health? Yakina Steve.
Yeah.
And I even brought one of them
Yeah.
to Edeni.
Yo.
What's
Yeah, I
her name?
remember Ushauri Wellness.
Ushauri, yes, that's
Yeah.
the name.
Shout out
So
to
I had
Ushauri.
shout out to Ushauri, doing amazing. It's an NGO just like you guys.
Yeah.
And the advocates of mental health, they have their offices here in Rongai,
Yeah.
around Koroi, and they're doing really well.
Yeah.
And last year we had them for 4 weeks,
Yeah.
rather 4-week campaign.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot about mental health, right?
Yeah.
And we were actually talking about men's mental health, because that is a conversation we are tackling also today. And I was asking them a question, like, okay, how often do men come to you guys?
Oh.
Okay, for help?
For real?
Yeah, I asked them the question because
Yeah.
it's an NGO, it's been operating for years and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
don't have employees, they have headquarters everywhere. They do stuff, and shout out to them.
Yeah.
And they said the first time a man can come,
Yeah.
and then when you come, you have to book sessions. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I need to talk to somebody, and it's an NGO, so they don't judge, like literally. So the first time on a congregation, and then they don't come for the second sessions.
Yeah.
Like they just come for the first one, and then they stop coming. So there's just something about stigmatization also when it comes to men's mental health, and I feel like that is a conversation that should be had dially. I might be selfish enough. People can say this, or somebody has told me this, but I feel like if you wanna be okay, you just gotta talk.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I would never know, that you have a problem if you don't say it.
Yeah.
People commit suicide and you are with them. You're like, how did I know? Even like your best friends are going through violent relationships and they don't say it. And when they say you, they smile.
Yeah, for real.
And you're like, how did I not know? How did I miss this? Unaelewa? Because I feel like the faster you want help, you have to talk.
Yeah, you
Number
gotta
one.
talk, man.
You gotta talk. You gotta say, I'm not okay. I need help. Or something is happening. Be it finance.
Yeah.
Some people can say, I can't talk about my financial issues. But are you gonna die hungry and yet your neighbor has food? No. It's the same thing with mental health. You never know. If you talk to somebody, they're coming to help you. So, talking about men's mental health and referring to what I was saying, I feel like men rarely talk about their stuff.
Yeah.
And that becomes a problem because, and if you don't talk about it, I would be number one. And understand the fact that the society has also kept it so limited for men to talk about it. First, the standards that have been set for men. Unajua, oh, you take care of family, you take care of people you love, you take care of this, and without that, that doesn't make you a man enough. Unaelewa? Looking at it from that space too, it gives men a limited chance to express how they are mentally. And it becomes a problem. And now when things like femicide or something happens, or even Father's Day, you can definitely see from stuff like that. The men are not celebrating their Mother's Day, but I look at it from myself. Men, we are women. We are very loud people. It's my birthday. I'll start saying it. I'm September born Virgo. I'll start saying it in August or even before July, end of July. Shout out to Joby. Her birthday is in December. We know it in September. After 2 birthday yangu ashaanza Sagittarian, you go like you still have 4 months. But that tells you how women we are. Very loud people. And I feel like that helps us even a lot mentally compared to men. Because like somebody does, let's say my hubby does something to me. I have Chris. I see her in the mind be like, eh, by the way, mi jana nilijab. Just even hata kama tanipea solution, hata tu kuniambia walai, usijali. It shows you you're not alone in this. But if you don't have space to talk about it, I feel like unajibampisha, and the more you keep it in your head, the more it gets worse. So it's even harder for men to come out and say, I'm not okay.
I'm not okay.
And it's not that men don't go through GBV. Do you know people don't talk about GBV in men? Men, it happens.
Oh, like women beating
men. Kuna mwingine TikTok alikuwa anasema tu juzi eti mimi nampiganga. Asinijaribu. It's not okay, but a man can't come and talk about it. Even like when we talk about murder cases, how many men are killed? How many men are violated? How many men are raped? People don't say asulijibamba. You see rape. And it was out of consent. Because hakuwa anataka. So I feel like it's really hard, but I don't know your perspective about men's mental health, men's mental space, and how can we remove that stigmatization regardless in the society and all that. Take me through that. As a man right now.
I think with guys it's a lot about complexity. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it, because of men's natural inclination towards challenge and like a desire to do for self, it's not it can't be something that's straightforward. You know what I'm saying? You've actually got to like combine. You gotta combine. It's gotta be a combination of a few things. It's gotta make sense when you read it out. So it's gotta be simple and straightforward, but also built foundationally strong. So it's got a layer of complexity to it. And then at the same time, it also should be aspirational. For me,
I don't understand all this.
Aspirational is to give it, like it should give you something to aim towards. It should always be aimed towards, going towards, what's the next challenge? What's the next challenge?
Men's mental health? How so? Give me an example. Challenge, like kind of like, how would I put it? Like for example, like if you're hiking, so if today you went to Ngong Hills, we went to Ngong Hills for like a nature hike, then next time we go to Mount Longonot, then next time we go to Mount Kenya, and like we're conquering all these challenges, and then we celebrate. So every challenge is treated as a milestone, and we celebrate it like because we were able to conquer it, because like it is in the process of building something that we actually come into our true selves as men. That's how I feel. Like when you actually build something with your hands, or like something expands you to the very last limits of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even intellectually, because there's some people who are more cerebral, there's people who are akili. So like, you know what I'm saying, a challenge, acquiring a new skill. If you say to like acquiring a new skill, or you know what I'm saying, taking on a new personality, because
we don't talk about it enough, but evolution is very important because a change is as good as a rest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes also being a good, a serious evolver, a proper evolver, it helps your ability to be able to shed one character. Mmenizoea hivi, basi wacha nionyeshe kenye naweza fanya. You know what I'm saying? So I think it should be it should be aspirational. It should be simple and straightforward. Manzi, hey, you guy, like for example, like a safe space where I can just tell you, yeah, you guy, you are tripping, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Kina Andrew Kibe and stuff. Like, well, I don't agree with him completely, but like, yeah, you guys.
That's a bad example.
Yeah,
right
but he's somebody. He does to kind of point to like a masculinity because he speaks about things like a winning mentality. He puts it brashly, but like it's somebody who actually he points to something. Like you have to be a winner, man. You have to have a winning mindset. And even you as a woman, you can subscribe to Vibez 28 Commandments, and maybe it will help you in some way, shape, or form.
No, thank you.
But I'm just saying. I know.
Because like. That's why I can't talk about it, and maybe you don't
I'm
know
not
what.
advocating.
Maybe you don't know what is happening.
But
he's on heat right now, so I don't want to talk about it.
He's
right
in.
now.
Oh man, okay, yeah. So,
yeah,
but
he's on heat right now because of the comments he made for Steve Simple Boy. I don't know if you know that conversation.
Then I don't subscribe to social media.
Yeah, so
just for my own mental health.
Okay, but yeah, so I can't. He's being cancelled, and all his fans are against. He said, "Watuko Steve Simple Boy hafai kuzana kupeana mimba." You know, made really bad comments or putting another man down.
Oh yeah, a bit of cyberbullying.
Yeah,
oh,
so you know,
guys.
like, and he was doing it on a podcast with this famous Ofwenek or whatever.
Yeah.
And they had to shut it down, and actually it has been shut down. Like the video was pulled down and stuff.
Pulled down.
And he's not backing down. He's actually saying, "If you don't battle with me, fight with your God." Not
my
me.
God.
So he, like, you know, like if you talk about his masculinity, and then I see that, I don't feel like
it's not
the
cool.
best example for me.
He's not a mentor.
Yeah,
but like okay, I guess.
Yeah, but I get it from a perspective of there are things he says that I agree with.
Yeah, you gotta pull yourself out of like kind of self-pity and things of that nature. I'm not talking about like working your ass off to the point that it breaks you, but and also like dying on your heel.
But you know that's the society mindset.
Yeah, it's grinding. Yeah, that's the
because
culture.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If we are putting culture and society first before men's mental health, then they will never come out and talk about it.
Yeah.
Or
it's true. That's why I'm talking about foundationally. It also has to be based on something. It has to have a complex structure, able to withstand that type of challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like so that somebody can actually hitch their wagon to it and be like, okay, this is a stable place. You know what I'm saying? And then simple and straightforward in that, like sometimes it's able to get its message across clearly, and at the same time also aspiration. Like we're building towards something because it's important. It's important to build towards something, man. For us guys. You know what I'm saying? And I speak for like someone like myself because like there's a degree of pride that you need to have as a man.
But how does the degree of pride go with your mental health though?
The degree of pride, like,
or how that it's having something go with your mental, because like mental health is a state, it's mental.
Yeah, it's mental. Yeah, it's about kind of also taking responsibility for the things that you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I look at like, and I'm not like, I hope I'm not out of turn, but like men like my father and he grew up like it was the bare minimum was you gotta be clean, man. You have to be clean. Your stuff is impeccable. You learn that at a basic level. You gotta be able to take care of yourself. Now, some guys have to be reminded, hey man, see who all be. You know what I'm saying? And then also like rites of passage. Rites of passage also, like I am not talking about like being stuck in the old ways, but like rites of passage when it comes to like, you know what time it is to marry. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about tradition, as it were. You know what time it is. When it's time to go to get an education or something, to learn something, we go as a group. We all know what time it is, so that if you're not in sync with the rest of us, you know something's off, or like this person has been set apart.
Do you think
And it's
that really
special.
works?
Yeah, to some extent, you need a baseline, man. For like, I think I'll be honest, you need a baseline.
But I
You-
agree. That's
the
a
culture.
I definitely
There
agree.
needs
I
to be
don't
a
think
basis.
we are talking about the same thing here, from what I understand.
No, I'm talking about like we need to
mental
define.
health.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
we need to define what's standard behavior, so that we can kind of also check our parent. I'm not telling people to conform. That's what you don't understand. But there has to be creation of a culture. You can't just let people. It can't be the wild west.
Yeah, but you know something about that I definitely couldn't agree or maybe question or
Yeah,
because
for
like
sure.
when you talk about standard of living or like society, that's my problem when it comes to mental health. Because society
yeah,
does not
sick.
define
Mm,
a mental health according to me.
mm.
Unajua? Because when you put the society,
Yeah, for
it
sure.
means like for example when I go to school, right?
Yeah.
Halafu mimi niko
Yeah.
mtoto wa last.
Mm.
Does it mean my future is scratched or my future is not bright? Or does it mean I'm dumb?
Oh, yeah.
You know, but now that if we give it, and I feel like when we put society on top of everything,
Yeah.
there's a society that has set all these standards
Yeah.
where people are now, like for example,
Yeah.
oh, you know what time it is right now? Kani masaya kuwa kau jawa before you time, you are wrong.
Yeah. I'm not.
That's cap for me. Unajua, or let's say if because we grew up, unajua, I grew up in where we had dreams. Oh, by 25 nitakuwa nimeolewa, niko na nyumba yangu, niko na job, niko na nini. Unajua, society standards.
Yeah.
Whatever the society believes,
Okay.
and then you get into your head as a young person, right?
Yeah.
And then you live your
That's
life,
simple.
and then you experience your life, and
Yeah.
then you realize, oh, kuna mwenye alizaa akiwa 19, or kuna mwenye hajazaa akiwa 35,
Yeah.
kuna mwenye and it doesn't mean they're not okay.
Mm.
I just definitely think like mental health is
It's a broad.
it's a one entity.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
Or it doesn't have to be one thing.
Yeah,
like one.
like-
This is mental health.
Yeah, like
yeah,
haiwezi
yeah,
kuwa
yeah, yeah.
haiwezi kuwa eti
Yeah.
inaangaliwa from a
Yeah.
space of because when you talk about the society, it comes to also stigmatization.
Yeah, for real.
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
Because like when you come to your mental health is inwards. Mental health is how you feel.
Mhm.
Is your state of mind, right? Does it mean if the society says this and you've not done by the society rules, you're not mentally okay? No, it's not. Right? Or are we not on the same page? Or I'm understanding it different?
No, like we're not. Like as in we're not. I'm just saying, like there's room for all that. All of you asked me about like men's mental health in my perspective. So my perspective was there needs to be a standard and a baseline. At the very least, establish
the mental health?
For good, for like way lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? There has to be like at least like I'm saying, okay, do away with societal norms and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do away with all those, but there has to be a standard. Somebody has to set the standard. We can't just we'll find our way, but let's have structure, but we'll find our way, but you know what I'm saying? And like I'm sorry about that, but it's on like it's an ongoing conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to it, like it's an ongoing conversation. Like I told you, we are all works in progress. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm calling for is a recognition. You know what I'm saying? Recognition. You know what I'm saying? Recognition. Rethinking. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring back thinking to some extent also. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, I'm talking about critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? Analysis, reflection, understanding, those types of things. We need to bring back those things and make them pillars of our society. You understand? And prioritize them and place them high on our priority list as a society. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the things that are going to help us. You know what I'm saying? Creating people who can think through their problems, okay? And making it easy to access these types of resources. That's all fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But you, at some level, have to be able to think, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And there are certain things for me that I feel should kind of go without saying. Like as a person, as a human being, because of my experiences, I realized a lot of the problems that I had, that I faced, my issues, could have been solved with a simple "hey." You know what I'm saying? You remember that time you took courage? Why don't you try and see if that taking courage is gonna work again? Because like I remember one time in the middle of the worst of it, I had a mental break, and somebody, like I couldn't deal with my issues, and somebody told me, go back and wash those dishes, go back and finish those dishes that you started. And I finished those dishes, and because I thought the world was ending, I literally thought the world was ending. But as soon as I finished those dishes, it's like, okay, sir, I finished those dishes. I went to sleep and I woke up. You know what I'm saying? I woke up. It is something about snapping back to reality. Yeah, there's something to be said about knowing like what needs to be done, duty, responsibility, and those are high ideals. I understand, and in the world we're living in now, duty, responsibility, they kind of feel like shackles, but there's something about it, because those types of things actually, those are the things that kind of anchor you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there should be at a base level things that should go without saying in your life. For you to be a healthy human being, you should at least be functional, so that when the society looks at you and they see you kind of, there's something off, they can kind of quickly check it. And you know what I'm saying? Not like check it like that, like hey, check it or like fix it, but you know what I'm saying? Like we have a frame of reference. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm advocating for a bit of a frame of reference. I'm not going to put you all in institutions and schools. Or am I?
Or I. So according to the dictionary, it says it's critically impacted by societal expectations, and that's what I was against. Mental health. It's critically impacted by societal expectations.
Expectations.
As a man, you're supposed to. As a man, often leading them to mask emotional pain through anger.
Yeah, through anger.
Instead of coming to talk about it, one thing I've noticed, a broke man is always hungry, mad, sad. Bonuko tunasiri. Joko broke. And is brokenness bad? Is brokenness bad? It's arguable not. It's bad because as a man the society imesema huwezi kuwa broke. Mbona uko broke? Unajua? So napata una feel like I'm not a man enough. And the only way I can mask this and naweza toa hii hasira niko nao ni through anger. I'm always so sad. Everything agitates me. Yeah. Unajua?
Why can't you be broke and sleepy?
Exactly.
They have a different reaction. You're a complex being.
Unajua?
I'm broke and sleepy today. Yeah.
You know that shit.
Yeah.
Unajua? And personally, when I'm broke, I'm sick. I've said this 1,000 times. I puke. Like I'm sick for real. I have to
like
take
it
meds.
Manifests physically.
Physically on me. And I'm not even joking about
it.
it.
Gives money.
I have just give me money. Because sometimes when I'm sick and I tell you I'm sick, I'm just broke.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm moody as F. I'm sick, like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
Yeah.
All that, and I'm aware of it. Because when I see ting ting,
Yeah. Oh.
hadi hiyo kutapika imerudi kwa tumbo. Because I get sick, I'm not even lying, Hazel.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I didn't.
Yeah.
Like niko na migraines and stuff because things are not happening.
Yeah.
And that is just me as a woman because of the standard I've set for myself.
Yeah.
Unajua. But now when it comes to men, because like men unauliza wanaume, can you what are which type of woman? A real man, you don't hear you saying it. A rich woman, msichana mwema. They just say I want a good woman.
A cleaner, a good
natural.
Natural.
Well, most of them say
So
I just want a good mother to my kids.
What do you think
and a
of like?
natural.
What do you think?
Eti nataka dem mwenye di
Na madem-
ako na pesa.
Tusiweke kwa hivyo tusiweke baseline.
I'm not saying that.
Usijue
I'm
vile-
not saying that. I'm
No,
just saying.
I'm asking.
Mhm.
I'm just asking
Ask
like
me a
for a
question.
friend.
Eti?
Like some of them like tuache kuambia tuache kutafuta madem wenye wanajua kuclean, kucook.
Kuna washing machine, kuna dishwasher.
Really guys.
Yeah, those things are there and they've existed. Nowadays you're going to a digital place. Unatafuta mboch. Tafadhali.
Unatafuta mbocho,
Utafuti bibi. Na utafuti companion.
Oh.
No, that's how I see it. So it's not
What's a good age?
I'm not a good age for
What's
marriage.
a good time to get married?
There's no good time.
Do you feel like there should be like a
No.
baseline on
No.
things like time ya
And
kwenda
that's what I'm
shule,
saying. And that's what I'm
time
saying. And
ya-
that's what I was against you.
Yeah.
Referring to men's mental health.
Yeah.
Na societal
Like,
expectation.
So what
because
should be
like
the expectation?
society inakupin na critically una end up auko mentally okay because the society requires this from you.
Yeah.
The society wants. I don't believe in a perfect age for marriage.
Yeah. So what do you think?
I don't
should be
believe in a perfect age for good life. Some people start at 40,
Yeah.
some people 30, some people even as early as 25, who 19.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me I made my first million at 40, somebody made their first million at 19.
So what do you feel should be like the baseline? Just
I don't believe in baseline.
like culture, like I'm saying, culture. You feel like culture shouldn't be the metric
I just
for
feel
analyzing mental health.
no.
No, I'm just asking. Yeah, I'm just.
So I feel like culture, it's arguable.
Yeah, it's
It
arguable.
can ground you.
Yeah,
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
You have to be grounded. And the same way you say you have to be very spiritual.
yeah,
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
If you're not raised or if you don't know, if you don't believe in anything,
Yeah.
I definitely believe you have nothing to go back to or
Yeah.
to ground you.
Yeah.
So that's why we say some of these things are really important to your
Yeah.
mental health.
yeah.
But again, when you look at it from
Mm-hmm.
it's what the society says, then you're not okay.
Yeah,
I don't believe it like that fully.
yeah,
I believe yes, their cultures, their traits, their traditions,
yeah.
the things that ground you. Unaona hata like for example, you look at yourself. Even just a funny thing. There's a trait that you have in you
Yeah, yeah.
that maybe umetoa from home. Maybe it's your
Yes.
father's.
Yeah.
If you've been raised with your dad.
Yeah, for sure.
For Sisi, I hate dirty vyombos.
Really?
I hate it. Like
don't
kwa
think-
sink.
Yeah,
Nachukia.
yeah.
Na hata nikilala usiku nasikia the first thing I do ni kuamka kuosha vyombo. Mimi siwezi kana vyombo. Some people stay with the vyombo the whole time. Hadi 2 days. How? Hadi a day. Like ishafika saa 6 mbona vyombo ni chafu kwa siku.
But someone anaweza argue.
Sasa, that's what I'm saying now. The reason why I'm saying this
Yeah.
is because going back to
Yeah.
the things that you take from because of your environment
Yeah,
or because
yeah.
of how you've been raised.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because kwetu that's a trait. Hazibaki.
Yeah.
Unaelewa?
Yeah.
Hazibaki.
Yeah.
Haya. The people who goes back to even violence. Unaelewa? Aliona mamake akichapwa ama aliona babake akipiga mamake. Unaelewa? Atakuja maybe apige bibi yake. But it doesn't mean that's how your life ends. You can work towards. I'm talking about from even as simple as that to complex as GBV. Unaelewa? So it goes even back to like if you've been brought up from maybe a family that is Christian or a believer. Unapata naturally you'll grow up knowing that. Unaelewa? So there are things or there are societal norms or their cultures, their traits that ground you, which is important. But we can't also base everything. We can't also base our mental health
state
based
on the culture.
like my
on
mental
your culture.
health cannot be defined by society. Honestly,
Yeah.
for me,
Wow,
I don't
that's
think it
such a,
can.
That's a point. That's such a
Yeah,
dope point.
I don't think
So
it can.
culture isn't a dope enough.
It's,
So,
it
but
can't
the-
be fully
yeah,
enough
so-
a point of looking at it from a space of, hey, just
Yeah.
because this society says this, then how do you explain Hazel?
Mm.
How do you explain if society says, okay, let me ask you, what is the ideal age?
To get married.
What is the ideal age for a man to get married?
Yeah.
Answer
Like
me.
societal pressure. Like that's
No.
pressure. No.
Answer me. Like you asked me the same question, right?
Mhm.
I'm returning the question to you. You asked me what is the ideal age. Cindy,
Yeah, I don't know. I
You
don't
tell
know
me.
what the ideal age is.
Mm.
Like
exactly.
there is no ideal age
exactly.
to get married.
Mm.
Yes, I agree, but I'm also saying
Mm.
that good guidelines
Mm.
good guidelines aren't a bad thing because
I
they
agree.
also enable you
I
to
agree.
assess yourself.
I agree.
You're not the custodian of all the answers, Sway.
I agree.
That's what it is.
I agree. I agree, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying from a space of
Yeah,
it can't be fully.
yeah,
Camera.
yeah. Oh, so anyway, like
Yeah.
what?
It can't be fully.
Yeah.
It can't be fully defined
Yeah,
through culture on society.
in society.
Yeah, there are things that actually
Yeah,
guide you,
Yeah.
and it is okay.
yeah.
But we can't say it has to be, because like when I look at, and I feel like society is one of the biggest causes of mental disorders.
Yeah.
For me personally, society is one of the biggest causes of mental issues, mental health.
Okay.
Because even as a man, you're not supposed to say this because the society says this. You
Yeah.
show weakness. I'm depressed. You're weak.
Yeah,
Uko na umama, unaongea sana ka bitch.
yeah.
Society.
Yeah,
Mental health
and
and
we'd like
society
to kind
different.
of welcome opinions on like what's a good scope for mental health, because like I said, this is an ongoing conversation. So we need to have a conversation that's ongoing and that's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So today we looked at it through the lens of culture. So we had our world views,
Yeah.
which was like as in your perspective on the world and how you view the world, where you come from, the environment you come from.
Mhm.
There was your traumas, so like the stuff you were exposed to as a child and like how you came up, your upbringing. We also looked at it through a spiritual scope, which was like your religion, and we're saying that all those do shape the mental health in one way or another, because somebody might argue that church is the perfect place to fix your mental health issue, but it's not necessarily the truth, because there are people there,
Yeah.
there are characters there, man, and church people do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Church people do the crazy stuff. You'll be surprised. So like it's just, we are here having a conversation, we're trying to find the perfect lens, as it were. How I'm seeing it evolving is we're trying to find the perfect lens to look at it. So today we looked at it through the lens of culture and the stigma that it brings, but I'd like to kind of like open up the comment section to like tell us like what kind of lenses you'd like to observe your mental health experience through, you know what I'm saying? Like no, like all opinions are welcome, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause the more radical and the more crazy and out there they are, the better. So like basically I also wanted to kind of I actually wanted to kind of do a show review, just like before I go back to you. So just to kind of, this is a word from like the real heroes of this show, as it were, to quote the Avengers, the writers. So today's show was about grounding you, the audience, in the basic but powerful concept of mental health. So the discussion explains that mental health is not simply the absence of illness, but a state of emotional, psychological, and social well-being that shapes how people think, feel, behave, relate to others, and respond to life. The segment intentionally breaks down common misconceptions, especially the belief that mental health issues only affect certain kinds of people or only become relevant when someone is in crisis. Through expert insights and relatable examples, because today it was us, man, because we're experts on life, you know what I'm saying? Real life is in the building. Listeners are helped to understand how stress, relationships, work pressure, unemployment, grief, trauma, identity struggles, and daily life experiences all influence mental well-being. The testimonies and listener reflections make the topic practical, okay? So we welcome your comments and human rather than abstract. Because we're trying to actually give this thing form. Okay, we don't want it to be abstract anymore. We're trying to give it form. The toolkit component introduces basic self-awareness practices such as checking in with your emotions. Alright, remember to check in with your emotions, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in touch with yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's not just a girl thing or a man thing, like being in touch with your feminine side. You gotta check in with your emotions a lot. Noticing stress triggers, journaling, which has really helped, and resting in intentionally and understanding when to seek support. You know what I'm saying? So like all these tools, they're also gonna be available on the Black Hot Fire Instagram, on the Brain Campaign KE Instagram. So you could give us a follow and let me know if you need me to share like week one's kind of topic brief. Yeah, man, and check out the YouTube, man. It's gonna be a lit conversation. But back to Shmani.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
man. So you're telling
much.
me what's the proper time to get married?
I don't know. That is off the conversation.
I'm trying to like I really.
No, wait, I think we both agree that we can't actually, but let's leave the convo to the audience.
For real.
So, yeah, let's leave the convo to the, cause I
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, most definitely. I just don't know when. Yeah, I just don't know when. I wanna have kids, I wanna have a family. I've always been open to that. I just don't know when. Okay? But when the time comes, it comes. You never know also when it comes, but you'll know. Right now I can't have a baby. I can't.
Why?
I can't. Have you seen me? I can't even take care of myself well. I've not gone to Santorini. I've not gone to.
Why can't you go to Santorini with your baby?
Yeah, like I want my kids to, and I've been talking about this.
To
man.
go
This
somewhere
is
you've
crazy.
been before.
I want better for my kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I look at it from yesterday. We were sharing a video.
Yeah.
This is off topic.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
On the reaction time.
Yeah. For sure.
And this woman was saying she has taken all her 6 kids
Yeah.
to foster care.
Yeah. Foster care.
All her 6 kids. And the reason why she's just mad is because she can't get child support.
Oh.
And guess all these 6 kids
Yeah.
have different baby daddies.
Yeah.
And she's approached all the baby daddies and none of them is ready for child support. And she feels like these kids are stopping her life.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? Na haezi lewa. She's saying I can't even go out and drink because I have kids. I had to take them to foster care.
Yeah.
Which is a really bad way to look at motherhood.
Yeah.
A really bad way to approach being a mom. And even the worst thing, like, why do you have 6 baby daddies? Unajua? Unajua, like, I look at it from, there was a lot that was wrong in that convo.
Yeah.
From the space of, you want to take your kids to foster care so you can drink? Are you kidding me? You're mad, not because your kids are taken care by other parents, just because you can't get the money. That's why you're mad. So meaning you wasn't ready to be a man.
System is broken.
You wasn't ready to be a man. This is a personal issue, woman. You wasn't ready to be a man. And motherhood is not only finance. Motherhood, parenting is about mental readiness, physical readiness, financial readiness. And once you have all this, tuache kusema mtoto atakuja na sahani, tafadhali. Hakuna sahani iko hapa unampea sahani. Aiya iko. Mtoto anapata sahani. Kama kuna sahani yake kwa meza bado, tafadhali close your womb.
Close it.
Close your legs even if you can.
For business,
Unaelewa? Only call for mental health conversations. I'm very open to such. But we're almost coming to the end of our show, Young Hazel.
Can I make like a song request?
Yeah, before that, okay, the last song. What do you want?
Na enjoy, man.
Na enjoy.
I was really thinking about like na enjoy, man.
Alright.
I recently had a family
Yeah.
thing, and I realized sometimes like sad moments are a cause. It can be a cause for celebration. So like the song na enjoy for me was kind of bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like this, just something about it, man.
Yeah.
And it was a sad occasion, man, very solemn occasion, but I kept feeling, nah, enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's for shout out to my mama.
I'm gonna put that for you, but I'm gonna go
listen.
through the comment section.
Okay.
We had, of course, Mr. Shoe Kid in the
Yeah.
building. We had Trix Alvin in the building. Thank you so much. Mwarabu Entertainment was also in the building. I said my hashtag mental health. Hey, all the way from Mombasa.
Yeah,
and
from
I
Mombasa.
said my big shout out to Young Hazer. Thank you for being a strong voice, brother. And somebody's also saying, how's Ishmani doing so far? You're a great human being for real. Bringing kind of topic, man, your role. Thank you so much. And of course, somebody went ahead to say, especially like right now, we are dealing with fabricated reality when you're talking about the reality.
Yeah.
Somebody who has been following Mwarabu also went ahead and said, yeah, the easy way out of the big seven is being positive and live a lively life of abundance. At times, we tend to laugh out our ways and forget our real purpose. He also went and said, yeah, the reason you gotta change your environment until when you're giving your story and your life story. As I feel you, Young Hazel, and somebody saying, Manze, most people tend to assume you're doing well, but deep down you're about to crash the fuck out. And of course, you also had Lexi Waweru in the building with a lot of stars. Nice to see you. All the people who are with us this morning, 18 people. Oh my god, that was really amazing on the live. And do remember, we're going to be posting this immediately.
Yeah.
So of course, for those who missed the live session, they can definitely watch over there.
Could you share it with me as well?
Yeah. It's the link that I shared to you.
Oh, so I could post it to our brain campaign page.
Yeah. It's there.
The brain campaign, THE brain campaign KE on Instagram. Okay. We're also on TikTok and Mark Zuckerberg's thing, Facebook or
Alright.
Meta
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be giving you like a lot of updates. But like, man, can I just say, like, I'm really excited about this partnership with Black Hot Fire Network. These are people that I really mess with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, of course, Mr. Keith Newsom for a wonderful, wonderful platform. I'd like to thank Chris, man, for tagging this group, our first collaborator. Man. You made two whatever, man. You popped the cherry, man. She popped the cherry on this thing. So thank you for collaborating. I'd like to thank Shmani, man. Shmani, you know, man, super opinionated, lively. I can't help but talk, man.
Exactly.
It's real.
Literally,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Just as we are talking about, this is going to be an 8-week campaign every Wednesday.
Yeah.
From 10 to 12, I think 2 hours conversation. We'll be having guest speakers from, of course, the Brain Campaign team, and of course also like our team also once in a while will be collaborating with their guests, having topics and conversation. Like this week we were tackling, and I think Hayes has taken through, we tackled depression, we tackled men's mental health. What is mental health to you, the stigmatization around it, and he's got to explain more on that. And of course, the next week, Hazer, maybe you just tell people to get ready on the conversations that we'll be having. I think I have a few. If you have the program,
no, you can read it. You can read us through. Man.
let me just get it real quick in a minute. Just a minute. So the second week, that is next week, and of course we'll be sharing a few of these videos on our pages. We'll also be sharing this week's, what did you read about this week? Whatever you read.
Today was today's topic.
Yeah.
We were pulling from mental health awareness and understanding.
Yeah.
So we were kind of trying to figure out what mental health is.
Yeah,
like, so feel free to like leave comments, man. Like, let's figure this out together as well, of course. And then also, like, I'd like to get your suggestions for who you'd like to, like, if you've got people on the show and stuff, or if you'd like to come share your story.
Exactly, yeah. You're very open
on
to
mental
it.
health. You can come to a story. I feel like, yeah, this is just one man's story. So, of course, here we're just here to equip you with the tools, to build your own framework. You know what I'm saying, for finding a way out. Yeah, and don't be afraid to do everything that's necessary. You know what I'm saying. To quote Wahenga, like mficha uchi azai. You know what I'm saying. So like whatever it takes you out of that thing, don't feel like umekwazwa in any way, because you matter. At the end of the day, you matter a lot more than you think.
Amazing.
So like, yeah, man, like, as in just feel supported, feel empowered, and most importantly, just feel loved, man.
Amazing. That is it from Mr. Moeba, the Brain Campaign mental health advocate, aka and Hazer, who is also an artist in the 254. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Join us on Wednesday next week as we get to talk about more on mental health, trauma, and stability. But have a beautiful one. For those who are going to watch this on a replay, kindly comment, let us know your perspective about the conversations we had, and of course what you'd like. And if you want to come to our show, do remember you can actually join the show from anywhere. You can actually join us on StreamYard, and we'll have this conversation. You don't have to be in the studio. So even if your mental health is not okay somewhere in Indonesia, in Asia, in Uganda, in Mombasa, you can actually join the show, and we'll definitely have a good time. But much love, amazing people. And of course, have a beautiful day ahead, afternoon. Kindly join Joby as she comes in with, of course, the Pan-African Bliss. And because it's a Wednesday, we will definitely meet on the Tubonge. Much love, and I'm gonna leave you with the one of Hazer's request. Enjoy, because life is short, man. Enjoy your life. People out here depressed. Oh, that's a bad joke. Have a good one, amazing people. Much love.